Hey guys, welcome to KT Weekend. This is Mawa Shajaz, and with me is none other than Sonu Sood. Sonu, hello, hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you so much for giving us your very, very precious time. We know you're a very busy man doing some very, very good work. So you're on the cover of Weekend magazine for that work. Uh, you've been called all kinds of great things. So how does it feel, first of all? And I'll move on to the regular questions that I have. But how does it feel to be under that burden of being called a frontline hero and all of those things?
I feel blessed. I would say I must have done something right in life that I get so much of love from everyone, and I'm blessed that I'm able to bring so many smiles on everyone's faces. So I think it's a great feeling. I came to Mumbai to become an actor, but what I discovered in last 1.5 2 years was something I thought. I think today that I was meant for that. And when you touch so many souls, when you save so many lives, so I think that's the most blessed feeling ever. And I'm glad that people have that faith and trust in me, and I try to live up to their expectations. Yeah.
That's lovely. I really hope that whatever you're doing, it just amps up and it keeps on multiplying. And a lot of other guys who are very comfortably sitting in their homes with their power and their money, they take inspiration from you. So I have a few questions for you. They're just random questions, but also based on what you are doing. So guys, let's start. So how do you start your day?
I start my day with the very first message, which is definitely a help message, trying to get a oxygen bed or an ICU bed or some kind of help, or try to get someone an air ambulance. So I think that's every single day. Only the names keep on changing. There was a phase when we were hunting for a particular set of medicines, and then the names of the medicines kept on changing, but the need and the desperate lives that people were living, that never changed. Only thing is sometimes the numbers fluctuate, sometimes the states fluctuate. When you're trying to help in Delhi, then slowly the way moves towards Madhya Pradesh or in different parts of the country. So I think, yeah, it's a struggle, but I feel this is some kind of challenge that I can face every single day to save more lives.
And imagine that's how you start your day. So I can only perceive or faintly imagine how the rest of it must go. What's the greatest learning experience you've achieved or you've sort of taken in from the Sood Charity Foundation?
I think the best experience that I've experienced in last few months is that there's nothing more satisfying than giving back to the societies. When people come at your door, when people call you, when people message you that they need your help to save their family. So I think they have so much of faith in you that you have to live up to that. The
Hmm.
kind of trust they have in you, that put immense responsibility on your shoulders, that you have to deliver. And I think that's the best feeling ever. There's
Hmm.
no movie which do 100 crore or 200 crore movie that can give you that kind of happiness. What saving a life gives you.
That's a very, very big claim to make because a lot of people are running after these different kind of goals. But I think, yeah, that's definitely amazing goals. So the greatest story that you must have witnessed so far in your outreach to the communities in India, like this one story that may have like stood out for you or you've like kept it with you that, wow, that's an amazing story.
Every single day, I face new experiences. I remember there was a girl in Dehradun that she was very sick, and we were trying to save her. She was expecting twins, and she was in
Wow.
the seventh or eighth month, and she fell sick. She was not able to find a hospital, so we found a hospital for her.
Hmm.
Her brother and sister were in touch with us.
Hmm.
At the time, there were no hospital beds available, and we somehow found one for her. Then she needed particular set of medicines that were not available. I had sent it here from Bombay. Then an ICU bed, then a ventilator. Everything we struggled to get her, save her, but unfortunately we couldn't save her, and we lost her. So that was a feeling that still we can't come out of that. So you feel so helpless that you couldn't save these three lives. And after 10 hours of the incident, the husband and sister came on the call and they said, Sonumai, you gave your best to save my wife. You saved your gift best to save our sister, but we couldn't save her. But now we want to give back to society. We want to join your drive, your journey, so that we can save many more lives. And I told them, it's just been 10 hours. I think you
Mhm.
should give a break, or you should spend time with your family, with those memory lanes, and maybe you can join later. But I said, no, sir, we want to come and join. We want to give back to the society. So that's the kind of um, experience I have every single day. We
Wow.
connect with people. We feel sad when we lose our loved ones. I call them loved ones because I've been in touch with them every single day. I speak to the doctors. I speak to the families 5 to 6 times a day. Check their health, their reports, and then you stay with them. It's not important whether you have met them or not, but after speaking to them on video calls or speaking to them through doctors in the ICUs, there's a certain kind of bond that you create. And when you're not able to save a life, that burden stays with you forever.
Oh wow, that's a very poignant story you've shared, Sonu. And there's so many stories like that. I'm sure there must have been so many stories which are heartbreaking but heartwarming at the same time. What is the one thing that you feel like, if I wish that everybody had this and it would just make the world a better place? Like, you've been in the thick of misery. What is that one thing that comes into your head that if we had this, all this misery would be gone?
I think if more people would have come forward, a lot of things would have been different. Yes, a lot of people came forward, but I still feel still lots to come.
Yeah.
We all are connected. We last many years that we have spent doing various things in our life, we all are connected somehow with some kind of bond, some kind of relations. And if we try to use those good offices, we can do a lot of good thing in this world. But unfortunately, we try to spend time watching a movie on a social media, I mean, on an OTT, or spending time on social media platforms, maybe baking cakes or something else. I think when such a kind of uh, problem comes in the country, so you have to keep everything aside and you have to come forward and give your 100%.
People
I know.
spend their time fighting, why spend that time fighting and arguing with people? Just go and do your best.
Yeah, I feel so. Yes, and maybe someday they'll learn from the experiences that we all had.
Yeah, absolutely. You were already a very empathetic person. You were working with the migrant workers and everything, but you actually went through COVID. So, how did that add a dimension to how you were looking at the suffering of all the people that you were helping?
No, I was always connected with them. I felt the same. But only thing is, when I had COVID, I was isolated,
Hmm.
quarantined. So I had more time to do work for them.
Hmm.
24/7, I was on the phone. All my both the phones were ringing non-stop. Used to get
Hmm.
thousands of calls every single day. So I had all the time in the world just to, you know, stay focused 100% on helping these people. So yes, during those 7 8 days, I saved more lives than ever.
Wow. So you even use that to repurpose it to make the best. How do you see the world recovering? How do we get out of this? I mean, I'm sure there's some light at the end of this tunnel, but how do you see it? What is this? What is vaccines are there and everything? But what's your take on the future?
I would say there's a new word that we're going to see, and we are experiencing. We've seen everything has changed. It's not that people used to love shopping, used to love holidaying. I think we're seeing whatever has happened around us, but there's a new dimension that people will see the life with. And
Hmm.
I think this is the best lesson that we should all learn. And I know this is a very the lesson learned is at a very you know costly price, that after losing so many lives, that we have realized what empathy is, what humanity means. So I want it to stay for the next generations also to come, that all the parents should do something good for their kids should be taught that how to give back to the society, and it should be a part of your system, part of your life, so that we can keep on passing this baton to the next generation. So I hope it happens, and I'm sure with what we all experience, it will happen.
Inshallah. I mean, you mentioned the word empathy, and that was going to be my last question. That how do we get people to be more empathetic with each other? And like you mentioned also that you wish that more people would have come forward, and that's, I guess, what I mean, I wish we had more Sonu Soods in the world who would would be stepping forward and taking this issue so seriously. What do you think? How do you think we can teach it to the children, to the communities, to the people in power, to have more empathy for fellow human beings?
No, there are two ways. I think first it has to start from your own house, where parents should do their bit. Be nice to the people who are working for you. Uh, adopt few needy ones. Do your bit. Tell your kids that this is what you need to do. It. Ask them to share with the needy children around your society. And also in the schools and colleges, there should be dedicated one or two chapters or periods in the class where you just teach them what empathy is. So I think it's we learn history, geography, mathematics. I think that's not important, but I think empathy is one important chapter that should be in every textbook to have a better world to live in.
Thank you so much, Sonu. Thank you for your time. Is there any other message that you would want to give the weekend readers? We featured you on the cover. We want your story to be, I know a lot of people have done the story, but the more people talk about it, I think it's so important. This is one of the ways that people can learn from your example. Is there any message you'd like to give them?
No, just want to tell you that I'm sure a lot of people must have done their bit during this pandemic. The whole world was suffering, but don't stop. Don't wait for a difficult time to come, and then you need to come out. I think it doesn't really matter that it's just during the pandemic or post-pandemic. I've seen when the first wave ended, there were more sufferings. A lot of people are suffering. They're not able to pay their kids' education, school fees. They were not able to get their families treated, and we thought that everything is over. No, it was not over. It multiplied many folds. Even when the second wave is going to end, don't stop your bit. Just keep on doing it. Just find a reason to help others. So then only the whole world can come out of it. It's not something that you can set your boundaries. Okay, I'm going to work for 6-7 days, and then I'm going to make a part of your life. No matter how big your donation, charity, whatever is, just keep on doing it. I've just opened this foundation called Sood Charity Foundation, which I always wanted to do, open one. And it's not about someone donates money and we do a bit. It's about be a part of it. Let us know who is the one who's suffering somewhere in any part of the world. We will make sure that we bring that smile back. So just be a part of our foundation or whatever you want to do, and let's change the world together.
Wow, that's so inspiring, Sonu. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you guys. Sonu's on our cover of Weekend Magazine. He's whatever work he's done, it's absolutely amazing, awe-inspiring stuff. I wish more people could learn from him. Thank you once again, sir, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mahesh. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.